Thank you very much. Firstly, I'd like to draw your attention to the picture that's on the screen there. Now, that picture is the Lithium Valley and in Brazil, in Minas Gerais, and you'll notice that there's, what don't you see? You don't see villages, cities, or coffee plantations. So the bottom line is, this is a perfect place to build a mine. Our disclaimer. A little bit of a corporate snapshot. Axel listed on the ASX in July last year, and we raised $13.3 million. Now, we happened to be caught up in a wave of selling of rare earth companies, which was across the board on the ASX, and to that extent, we're currently sitting with $10 million in the bank, circa, and our market cap is $10 million. So that means there's no EV, zero EV for our projects. So I hope you look at our projects and maybe think that there's something there. Just another pointer here is that board and management have 36% of the company, so well supported in that regard. With regards to the team, I'm the non-executive chairman. My background is stockbroking, corporate advisory and private equity, and I've been in markets more than 30 years. Similarly, and I'm also chairman of Alligator Energy, which is an ASX-listed uranium company, about 130 mil market cap. Similarly to myself is Pat Volpe. He's been in markets for about 38 years, and he has a similar background in corporate advisory, stockbroking and project generation. Pat has also been the founder of ACAP Resources, which was a tremendous success in generating an excellent world-class uranium deposit in Botswana, which was subsequently sold. Dr. Fernando Tellerico, he's based in Brazil, and he's our managing director. And he is a geologist and enormous contacts within the industry in Brazil, and he has over 30 years experience with companies such as BHP, Vale and the like. Ian Kears is our other board member, and Ian is a lawyer by trade, if you can call being a lawyer a trade. But nonetheless, Ian has over 27 years in specialising in mergers and acquisitions. Our strategy, well, we came out of the blocks and we've drilled 4,000 metres in 9 months. That's around 233 drill holes, a combination of auger and also diamond drilling. Auger drilling, that's sort of 18, 20 metres deep, that first little part of the ore body, and then diamond drilling down to about 80 metres where we've hit bedrock. So the system is nice and deep. We've drilled and intersected mineralisation over 60 square kilometres. So we certainly believe this is a district scale opportunity, and we've intersected high-grade rare earths and gallium. And gallium is on everybody's lips at this point in time, and I'll explain a little while later. So we're very much fast-tracked towards generating an inferred JORC resource, and to that end we've engaged SRK, and SRK are working on that at the moment, and we're hopeful that that will be received sort of like the end of June this year. Also, we've sent metallurgical samples to ANSTO, and ANSTO are going to be doing that testing, and we equally hope that that will be around about mid-year, the results from that. So the value proposition, well, where do you start and end with a market cap of 10 mil and 10 million in the bank? With, we think, an excellent district scale opportunity. We're fully funded, and it's quite a unique deposit that we've discovered because the gallium sits in the upper layer, in the laterites, and it's quite exciting because it's a very high value product. The rare earth sits below, and the results of our rare earths intersections, again, are high grade and large widths. Some results up to 45, 50 metres of about 5,000 ppm TREO. And the important thing is the proportion of magnetic rare earths that we're getting. So it's a very rich system. and we're executing on the IPO strategy that we said we would do. We've also recently signed some key government partnerships. 2 MOUs have been signed. The first one with FIEMG, and they're certainly going to be helping us and assisting us with research and production of permanent magnets in Brazil. So we will get great access to that facility. As well as that, we've signed an MOU with Invest Minas, and these people help us with government approvals and access to government agencies and all the right type of things that you want to see for a junior company in Brazil. As I mentioned, this is our primary project, the Caladeo project. We have 2 main areas that we're looking to drill. One is Area A, and that's the top one there. And you can see the density of drilling that we've put in place there. So it's been extensively drilled, and that's the one where we're targeting our first JORC resource, our inferred JORC resource. At the moment, we're drilling Area B, and we'll be aggressively drilling Area B, again with diamond and auger drilling, and the aim will be to get a JORC resource in Area B circa September or thereabouts. We may have to go back and put another couple of holes into Area A depending on SRK's instruction in order to help generate that JORC resource, but the drill rigs are there and available, so there's no harm or no problem with that. And if you look at the actual size of the area, Area A is 35 square kilometres and Area B 25 square kilometres, so 60 square kilometres of potential resource. And just bear in mind that we're getting $0 value for this in our share price on the market today. So we believe this has district scale potential with Area A and Area B. The mineralisation is still open in most directions, and we're very excited about the potential resource that we're expecting in the mid-year. This is a cross-section of 2 drill holes, 2 diamond drill holes, and on the right-hand side is the regolith schematic, and it shows where there's the red dotted box in the top right-hand corner. That's where the gallium mineralisation sits, and it sits in the laterites, which does contain some alumina, which is exactly what you want to see for gallium mineralisation. And below that, in the green dotted box, you can see that's where the rare earth mineralisation sits. And they're 2 quite discrete ore bodies. Visually, you can see the difference in colour, the red clays at the top, and in the rare earth mineralisation we have kaolinite, and the kaolinite has a sort of a whiter, streakier type showing. So it's quite nice and neat and discrete, and they're 2 separate ore bodies. Again, you can see the widths of the intersections in some of those holes. They're quite extensive and good grade as well. This shows the distribution of the gallium, and I'll be quite frank, is that we noticed there was gallium in the system, but it wasn't until December 2024, when China banned the export of gallium to the United States, that we went back and re-assayed our holes, and we found an extensive distribution of gallium throughout this tenement, and we're quite excited by that. The level of interest that's been shown at this conference alone has been extensive, and some people have come up with some fantastic ideas and concepts for us to progress this opportunity. Again, you can see some of the drill hole results on the right-hand side, 14 metres at 77 grams per tonne gallium from surface. 17 metres at 85 grams per tonne, again from surface. So nothing better than have an ore body starting from surface with good grades, and it's a high value product. They make for good project economics. Just to give you an idea of grade, you can see some of the grades there at 77 and 85 grams per tonne. Often gallium is mined as a byproduct from bauxite mines, zinc mines, and they're sort of mining in the order of 30 grams per tonne or 40 or thereabouts. So that's where we come to the conclusion that this is higher grade. This is the same project area A, but this shows our rare earth mineralisation and the distribution again through those drill holes. Some of the results of the rare earth intersections are exceptional. One of them there, 49 metres at 5,900 ppm, and within that, high-grade sections of either 8 metres at 13,000 ppm or 14 metres at 9,900. This is a high-grade system, and we expect to see some pretty good high-grade JORC resource when they come out mid-year. Importantly, though, with rare earths is your proportion of magnetic rare earths. And this next slide shows it perfectly. In purple, in that column, we have the percentages from ranging from the high 20s up to 43%. And there are the NdPr and the terbium dysprosium, exactly the ones that you want to see to make up a basket of products that you look to sell. The gallium market, well, what an opportunity we've found here. The gallium spot price, circa $250,000 US per tonne. Doesn't get much better than that. And it's a strategic metal. And China supplied 98% of the global market. So we're hoping we can eat into that with this deposit because it's quite hopefully a large one. And it's used in chips used in AI, solar energy, aerospace, and military defence applications. Certainly a critical mineral that you want to have. The other project that we have done some work on is the Caldas project, and this is near all the large deposits of Meteoric and Viridis, and their tenements are in the blue and the green, ours are the purple. We have a lot of tenements on the outside of the caldera and some on the inside. What we've done to date is just shallow drilling with auger drill rigs, but really just to prove up and show that we're getting excellent results, good grades, good thicknesses. But I will say this will not be our primary focus of spending our money. It'll be Caladeo. That will attract most of the money. However, some of these tenements might be strategic that we could either monetize at a later point in time, so it was worthwhile to do this shallow auger drilling. It's cheap and it's quick. So in summary, we're fully funded to fast-track our Caladeo rare earth and gallium prospect, certainly to maiden JORC resource and also metallurgical studies for the remainder of this year. And it's a large project portfolio area. As I said, fully funded. It's unique with the gallium sitting at the top and then the rare earths underneath. So no overburden. It's a lovely thing to have. The high-value gallium, which is, as we said, circa 250,000 US per tonne, and we're expecting that maiden JORC resource around middle of the year, as well as the metallurgical study results. So that's us in a nutshell. Thank you.